So about 2.5 years ago, I was doing a talk at one of our local retirement villages on falls risk and fall prevention and how chiropractic care could probably or potentially help with that based on some new research. Now that's a different video for another time, but one of the things that I learned from my research and looking into this talk was the fear of falling can have just as big an effect on someone's outlook and body as if they had a fall themselves. It sounds a little bit weird, but it really stuck with me, and I've used it a lot when talking to people over the last couple of years when it comes to falls and balance and all that sort of stuff. But on Tuesday this week, I was looking through Facebook and I came across the Movnat Facebook page. Now, Movnat's all about natural movement and getting back to moving how our body's designed to. And if you haven't seen it, make sure you go check out their website and their Facebook page. It's really fantastic stuff. But one of the things they showed was this cycle here. It's called the Deconditioning Cycle, and how inactivity or improper movement can lead to a painful and fearful outlook on movement. And this really explained this whole fear of falling thing, but from a movement-based point of view, and I see it all the time in practice. So I wanted to explain this a little bit to you because I think it's really useful. So it always starts at the top here with disuse or lack of movement. So if we aren't moving well, what happens is our body starts to decondition, and then we get into that increased risk of pain and dysfunction. Now also, if we're not moving enough, we tend to move poorly, which again leads to increased risk of pain and dysfunction. Now both of these are going to then lead to the fear of moving, because if we're going to move and we're potentially going to hurt ourselves and we don't want to move, which then has a flow-on effect of not moving, which again creates that cycle, and we get into what I call like a downward spiral. And then that's not really good from a long-term perspective or your health and wellness in general. So if we're wanting to improve this or change it, I think there's two things we need to do. One is obviously we need to move more, so is there a way that you can start to incorporate some more movement into your day? We live in a very sedentary lifestyle, so the more movement we can do, the better it's going to be. Now of course we want to be a little bit careful with this, and we want to make sure that we're doing good movement. And this is number two, is make sure that when you're moving well. Can you do some of those foundational movements that we should be able to do? Can you do a really good hip hinge? Can you get down onto the ground and get back up again? Can you pick up heavy things safely? All these types of things are going to be very important to obviously not hurt ourselves, but get our body reconditioned and get it strong and stable, so we're less likely to have pain and discomfort, and then less likely to have that fear on movement. So hopefully this concept has worked for you, and it makes a little bit of sense, and maybe even giving you a little bit of motivation to get out there and start to move more and move better. Now if you need a bit of help with that, make sure you check out our blog on our website. I've done lots of videos on different movement patterns and things. Now if you are still suffering, you've got some aches and pains that's stopping you from moving well or stopping you from wanting to get out and move, then maybe it's time to get that assessed and looked at. Now chiropractic care could be a good option for you, so please reach out and I can see if I'm the right person to help you. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'm Craig from Elevate Chiropractic. I'll see you soon.